Tube. Okay, now I can check. Okay, guys, we are almost there. Okay, yeah, so we are fully ready by now. Exactly. Perfect. So, for those that still don't know me, my name is Hightech, and on these live streams, I talk about what just happened today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it regarding 11 years of my experience. In between the lines, I explain what Hightech meme coin is, and yeah, Jesus is king, and let's go. Let's start. Ezekiel 44E. Hey bro, I'd love to support your journey. I can connect you with a top Twitch streamer who streams to thousands. And there's blah 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 blah. I'm not interested. I'm not interested, to be honest. I like to build things on my own, and yeah, not. I mean, do it without the death of I don't know. How would I call it? Yeah, without any debts, right? Of any sort of form. I like to, if I don't mind if things sometimes take time when it comes to growing my media. Why? Because you know it's like with the concrete. The longer you allow it to harden, the harder it is before you build something on top. So that is why yeah, I do things my own way, and I do not use any, I don't know, services to broaden my reach. Somebody sympathizes with me and they want to support, they do. If they don't, no problem. I always get mine anyway because I'm stubborn as hell. So it's just, step by step towards the goal, and it never was anyhow different, and it always worked. So thanks, but no thanks. Okay, so talking about current developments in the crypto market, what I like to see right now on other chart is that we finally, got back above 250 billion dollars level, as you see. We dealt with this confluence of resistance I was talking about in my previous live streams. I was also, as you probably remember, I was quite confident we were going to deal with it, and we did. And that for sure took a little bit of work. So I will not be surprised if we keep going sideways for the rest of today and for the rest of tomorrow. So Saturday, Sunday, that will be perfectly fine, and then resume the uptrend on Monday. What I also like a lot is that even though TradFi wasn't having the best of the days, when we go over to S&P 500, for example, because, well, sorry for that, this one is showing silliness. So yeah, we opened low. We were following lower prices, falling lower throughout later hours, and towards the closing of the trading session, we started to recover, and at the end of the day, we actually finalized in green. But there was a lot of opportunity to shake things up, especially in the crypto market. Bitcoin and Bitcoin actually was a little bit shaky, but fortunately, altcoins completely ignored it, right? So Bitcoin, yeah, as you see, we went back below 100K. Later we recovered, and right now we went up even to 104,000. Recent hours a little bit of a sell-off, and now we are above 103. The best advice I can give you right now is just do not even try to short it. Just stay away from futures market for good. That's it. I always recommend, that practice. Just stick to spot market. If you are not dominating spot market, I don't know what you're looking at, how you're staring at on futures market, because you stand literally zero chance there. As a matter of fact, anyone stands zero chance there, long term. So that is why you will keep hearing it from me. So if it's something that you don't like, then unfortunately it won't change. Why? Because that's the fact, simply the fact. So here on the Bitcoin chart, first thing that I'm noticing is I don't have the line that I usually like to have here, which is the line of support, which is $100,000. Thank you, TradingView. But I have to place it here one more time because otherwise it will be just boring. All right, so here it is. So as you see, yeah, we're sitting on top of that 100,000. We are staying in this range here. This is actually, given how low the sentiment is, this is actually quite good. It is possible that we will visit slightly lower for a brief moment, but it definitely does not have to happen anymore. Like that could be it when it comes to Bitcoin and its correction. That could be literally it. I don't think it's mandatory to go low, below 100k, like for example to the low 90s. I would not bet on it if I were you. If for whatever reason you think it's a must, I I don't think so. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know why you think that. Maybe because quite a lot of people are calling for low 90s, like for example Grant Cardone, that recently had an interview on Altcoin Daily. It was a very good interview, by the way. I highly recommend you to go and see it. Very entertaining material. And I'm not the fan of Altcoin Daily. I barely can stand the guy. I don't know why. I'm just not vibing with him. But it's not like I hate him or something. I just not I just don't vibe with him, right? So with them, because they are twins. But that interview was really, really good. So I don't know. Maybe something is changing in their frequency. Let's say. It was really, really good. So I highly recommend it to you. And Grant Cardone, who right now is an engaged Bitcoiner. I think from his X profile, he was calling for 94k or something among those lines. And there was a bunch of other guys that were calling for the vicinity of 90k. One of them, James Wynn, aspiring the goat of inverse indicators. I mean, he gets better and better. I mean, so far, on the first place of podium, we can see still undefeated Jim Cramer, but who knows? Maybe James Wynn will outgrow him at some point, because his calls are getting better and better. So yeah, that could be very well over. I will not be surprised, right? I mean, the Thursday closed red, so that generally speaking a bad sign. But on the other hand, the more we see that scenario repeat, that after red Thursday things are not doing well, the closer we are to a Thursday, to a red Thursday, that nothing will happen after it, right? That will not give us that dependency anymore. Why? Because that's what markets love to do. They love to teach you something just so later they can grab it and break your neck with it, right? So the same is the case with what Bitcoin has been doing for so long. So as I was pointing out, we've been in this literally in the same situation multiple times throughout this cycle. The cycle, as you see, all of this setup is very similar here, very similar here, very similar here. Is literally is I mean, what has been going on for the last 6 months is mirroring all of these three previously previously printed formations, right? And and every single time here, the sentiment was absolutely terrible, and we had to bounce back up, right? Right now, the sentiment is terrible as well, but I don't think majority of people realizes that um, it has to work the other way around. So because the job of the market is to trick as many people as possible, right? So that is why, in order for this to stop working, we need such an instance of this where people here will already recognize how many times this whole setup happened, and it was unable to break the uptrend, and then you know give them a peace of mind, right? That regularity here must give them a peace of mind at some point once it is popularized enough, and then at this point, in the next instance, or even the next one, or even the next one, at this point, we will see an euphoria, right? Or people like completely ignoring it, saying, "Nah, it happened so many times, it always went back up." And that will be the moment in which we will actually break down. Right? I've been saying it. I've been repeating it. So that's the reason why markets keep repeating it, right? Why markets love to give you a repetition of a formation, or a fractal, just so at some point you believe you know what you're doing, and then it just backfires right in your face. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, of course, then ask me in the live chat. Don't hesitate to engage in conversation. If you have anything, I don't know, you would like to talk about today, then go ahead. I always like whenever the community is engaging in what I'm doing here. So yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance once again. This one is not having the best of its time, as you see, which is a very good thing for the altcoin market. And again, it's a thing I was pointing out, that probably it will play out like this, and it has played out. Has played. It would. I said, sorry. I said it would play out like this. I must correct my broken English from time to time. I'm learning. English is my second language, because since it's my second language, first I think what I wanted to say, I think it in my first language, and then I translate it to English, and sometimes it does not do the trick. So anyway, so here, of course, we want to get below this uptrending line. So far, we are still sitting on this support, but I think yeah, the days of this uptrending line giving us a solid help are counted. I think Monday should be the last day it actually helps us, and we can wave it goodbye. and then a violent breakdown will be seen here, and altcoins will go absolutely parabolic. I wonder what's the sentiment today, because I haven't checked it. How high it is now, or how low? 25, so it's low. But altcoin season index has jumped up slightly, not that very much, but yeah, it has increased. So that's a good sign. Market did not react to what has happened today overly in an overly excited manner. Even though the day was really, really good, really, really good. I've scored few doubles, few plus 100% trades. Like Phil, for example, gave me a double. Right here. Oops, sorry. It's not what I wanted to do. Phil gave me a double. As you see, Fed fell short a little bit, but I believe it's going to give me that. As of now, it's plus 48%. What else aside from Phil? There was at least one more coin that gave me a double. I know does give me a double, but I think I was showing it earlier today. Very nice, of course. And I also believe this one is going to give me two doubles. So here was the entry for those that are watching it on vertical or mobile. And here was take profit plus 100%. That was actually a withdrawal of initial investment. The remaining part stayed. And right now it's actually plus 69%, right? So it has come down a little bit. But yeah, but those coins are so beaten up, they are so low, they are so against a concrete ground, that concrete floor, that they will have to. I mean, they have no other way to move, no room to move down. I think they are so oversold. Yes, it's looking good across the board, and I think it will continue to look that for even weeks or maybe even months. I mean, we will get corrections on the way up, of course, because as I tend to say, bulls hate to be ridden. So whenever a bull realizes that someone is trying to mount it, so someone is trying to ride it, then it starts to kick, jumps to the sides, and and shake the rider off. So that will happen for sure at some point, probably multiple times, and those will be the occasions for the space to speculate that it's all over again. But then it will get back up where it was, and continue much higher. I think we can stay in a roaring altcoin season until March or May even. I will not be surprised at all if that happens. Actually, I will want to review the sentiment on X, what people are saying, because I don't think my communities give me a sample big enough, um, accurate enough to base my opinion, on that, and tell you with high degree of certainty what people are thinking right now. But I'm having impression that there is a lot of disbelief in the market. The market is not giving it a benefit of a doubt after what happened on October 10th, and this recent shakeout as well, which I was forecasting. I told you it's gonna happen because it always happens. That one happened on November 3rd, November 4th, right? I told you the secondary dip is gonna happen. You must be ready for it. That is why I was telling you, I was advising you to not go all in, because it still can try to shake people out, right? And literally did. And even at this shakeout, you should not go all in. You should always leave a little bit of dry powder just in case it goes lower than you expected, right? It means that way you always give yourself last word. So the argument of strength, you keep the last word for yourself always, right? You never give it away to the market, because then the market will not treat you well. It will swear at you every single time. So yeah, I really like what I'm seeing here. It's looking very promising, and I don't see any other way like just upwards. I think that would be it. This market has been finally shaken out to the bone, and it's time to really hard. Probably most of the space will be just staring at it in total disbelief. $153 million of liquidations on Bitcoin, $143 million on Ethereum. Ah, not bad. I mean, we've seen better, but definitely not bad. Over 100 is already decent on both coins. So yeah, let's take a look at X and let's see those comments. The market is red. Few meme coins will survive. What's the ticker? Okay, that will be just a lot of shilling, so I'm not interested in that. Crypto cycle number 4 is officially over. The same mistake every cycle. Think you're early, actually buying the top. Welcome to the dump. Win. Yeah, let's see comments here. The problem of James Wynn is that he has been wrong for so many times that many people have realized that if this guy says we are going down, we are probably going up. That's assuming it's a retail market. Okay, that's some drastic change from 80K to 40K, but seems much more realistic. What 80 to 40? This is probably just an AI, because that comment makes no sense. Andre, with ways like BlackRock buying in, there is no 4-year cycle. Okay, this one is actually having a little bit of brains. Nothing is working this cycle. If this market is going as historically it completed cycles, then Buran should have come in last September and should have finished by March 25th. Yeah, and another one thing that did not go as always was that we got all-time high before the halving. Don't forget about that one. And I told you straight away, right after that happened, that this is a very important signal telling you this cycle is different, because there is a very significant change right at the gate. Ali Joya says, bro is giving lessons after losing 100 millions. Yeah, he's right. Nick says, how original. So Rect Fencer posted it the first time and we just copied it. But that's a very frequent practice. My big influencers, they just copy posts. I've done it as well. It's effective. CZLU says it is time to liquidate you again. Oh, James. Yeah, so yeah, okay, so it makes no sense. We will not know the sentiment reading comments of those of of this guy under his posts because uh, apparently everybody knows that he is just one huge BS. Well, Guru, Bitcoin isn't private. Zach is pumped by the Solana team and cheered by calls. XMR is now under centralized control. Is it? I don't think so. Litecoin isn't even a privacy coin. It isn't. Dash fell off completely. So what's the best real privacy coin left to buy? That's XMR. XMR, without a doubt. To claim that XMR is under centralized control, I don't know where he reads the news. To be honest, in what newspapers? Avoided explains Solana using only three words. Only three: fast, cheap, centralized. I mean, not as centralized as Microsoft or Amazon, but Solana is one of the most centralized blockchains out there. But thanks to it, it's so fast and so cheap. So something for something. It's not like you can have, you can have it all. You must always make a trade-off. Let's see. I'm getting a very silly post on my timeline now. X, something is coming. Is this guy a crypto folk? Yeah. Okay, let's see how people commented. Are they bullish or bearish? High success and happiness. No, is this bearish? Probably. Okay, this guy is bullish. Stay very, but this guy is bullish. Winter, so this guy is bearish. Winter, okay, this one is bearish. Bearish again. This one is just a shield. Okay, this one is bullish. This one is bearish. People are silly. Okay. Probably Probably most of those comments were generated by bots because it made no sense. They were just repeating the first words or repeating the post itself. What's this? Zcash. The guy says, and I missed out on another generational wealth. Nice. Please tell me I'm not alone. We will see plenty of trades like this one. But this one was nice. This one would give me 4 doubles if I traded it, but I didn't because Binance does not allow me to trade Zcash with my ID. What is I don't even know how to call it. Stupid, but that's not their fault. That's even more stupid. You have 10 seconds to speak to Elon. What are you saying to him? Pump Doge. I don't have to think it well. It depends. It depends. Is he obliged to I don't know, listen to you or do what you tell him? What are the rules of the game? Just that's it. You have 10 seconds to tell him something, and that's it, without any guarantees. And that's a tough one. If you had to sell your Bitcoin and could only buy one stock, what would it be? Strategy of Michael Saylor. That would be literally like like going from Bitcoin to Bitcoin. This guy turned 33.6K into $1.91. The side of crypto no one shows you. Yep. That's easy. Why? Because he was betting. He was betting instead of trading. So if you don't know trading, then in fact you are betting. 99% of crypto Twitter are stupid, delusional bulls. Facts. That was 3 hours ago. Yeah. So the biggest profiles, there, most of them, they are bearish, with the exception of those guys that are big influencers, and they are always bullish because there is a solid group of those two. If you reply, I'm following you. Okay, that's just engagement farming. Say hello and get 400. Okay, that's. I'll have to hide this guy because he just posts so silly content. This one too, because they're just taking my time, taking my attention, and I don't get anything out of it. Which coin will do this next, bro? Of course, this one. What else? I probably will not have to wait long for it, because once my trades close, I will do it. Let's see. Okay, investor and trader Gareth Soloy believes Bitcoin is headed back 50% lower to 75K or less as soon as Q1 of 2026. He also doesn't expect another rally in 2025. On Bitcoin, I think we will have one more rally in 2025. Like I said, I stand by what I've been saying. I'll be surprised if Bitcoin does not see 150K this year. To me, that will come as a big surprise. So, it's still like additional 50%. That's nothing crazy. Altcoins will make much more, but that's what I believe. It's not like I'm betting on it. Absolutely not. I'm betting on altcoins going absolutely parabolic starting from Monday. Civilian says, "Who needs one soul?" Yeah. Alejandro, be careful with this bounce, especially in altcoins, you see? So the guy is warning you. Bitcoin hasn't moved much, and as always, alts tend to overreact. They can't shift sentiment fast, but most of them are just retesting previous support levels. I expect lower prices next week, you see. So this guy he's a big account as well, 107K, and he is expecting another dip. So this one is bearish. Wei Zhao, crypto is a scam, so this guy, he has enough market money, but manipulation is at an all-time high. I am sorry to all the people who shorted Zek with me. I quit and I'm not coming back this time. Fuck Zcash. Yeah, that's why you were not supposed to short with inflationary asset, a deflationary asset that on top of that has a small market cap and it is famous for huge pumps coming in 1000 of percents, right? Thousands of percents sometimes. So that's it. That's the altcoin market, right? You put yourself on the worst side of defense and now you're complaining. I unfollowed a lot of inactive people who's active and needs support, following everyone who likes, and I reply that this guy is engagement farming. There's a lot of it on X. Let me mute him. So yeah. Oh, sorry. X. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. X does not make it easy because there is a lot of guys that just live from being bullish all the time. You can try to get a little bit of orientation reading, comments under their posts, but nowadays there's so much AI everywhere that are managing, X accounts. That makes it even more difficult. So I think the only thing you can rely on, to be honest, aside from, I don't know, some sort of your own system measuring sentiment, is crypto fear and greed index, and that one is, as of now, is very, very low. What is a good sign? Yeah. Okay, guys, allow me to wrap it up. I don't want it to make it too boring. And I'm fairly tired now. It just hit me. Just hit me how tired I am. So share, like, and subscribe. Remember, I live stream every day. Nowadays, even twice a day. So yeah, if I don't know, if you're vibing with me, if you like what I'm discussing here, if you like this kind of format, if you like, the being able to interact with the content creator every single time the content is created, so you should join the circle here. So thank you for your time, guys, and I see you sometime soon.